change, but this is the time to take a risk, to lead this resistance so that all Americans can flourish and so that the opportunities afforded to each of us, especially our Black brothers and sisters here, are equitable and just. This is the time to lose a little sleep and be brave. This is the time to stop tragedies such as Ferguson from being the rule instead of the exception. We're here today because we feel the pain, and we share the pain of the Brown family and the people of Ferguson, Missouri. This pain stems from hundreds of years of systemic racism and oppression of people of color. It stems from an educational system that pushes Black students out of schools at disproportionate rates compared to their white counterparts. It stems from a mass incarceration system that disproportionately targets individuals of color. And it stems from a judicial system that does not offer equal protection under the law. We have a choice to make in this country. We can continue to ignore the voices of the marginalized, or we can work together to find solutions, to hold law enforcement and our educational and judicial systems accountable, and end these systemic abuses. These issues affect us all. This is not a Black thing. This is not a white thing. This is a human being thing, and we are all humans.
Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Who are we? Mike Brown. Who are we? Mike Brown. Who are we? Mike Brown. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Who do you protect? Who do you serve? Who do you protect? Who do you serve? Who do you protect? Who do you serve? Hands up. Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. Hands up. Don't shoot. No justice.
Really pointing that everything he said in 1968 is happening right now, still true, and we're still fighting the fight against this other America. And racism is being used to divide us. We're being brainwashed by mainstream media. We're being brainwashed by our limited social circles and who we're around, and we're not challenging ourselves to broaden our perspectives and begin to understand what it's even close to being like to be a marginalized person in this country. So that's why I decided to make this event. And I'm also a teacher of future teachers. And those future teachers are charged with being change agents for their students and their students' families. And I can't just teach and preach and tell them to act if I don't act too. So that's why we're all here.
That it is a very serious problem. I also want to acknowledge the fact that one of the main things the media portrayed about the Ferguson was the riots, as well as all the negative things that people in that community were doing to their own community. And I just want to say that, like, for the most part, the people who were rioting were probably not protesters. Because if you watch what was going on CNN, a lot of those protesters, especially college students, went up to those people and were like, what are you doing? This is your own community. There's no reason for you guys to be destroying your community in the process of this protest. You guys are making us all look bad.